Hello everyone and welcome to this video on Rotimatic review. Well, I'm Rupinder based in Germany and have been using Rotimatic for the last 3 years. In this video, we will talk about Rotimatic's features, what it does well and what are some of its limitations. We will also look at how much cleaning is required on a regular basis, what are the warranty conditions, maintenance costs associated with Rotimatic, and how different are Rotimatic rotis from handmade rotis. And above all, if it really is worth the investment. If you would like to know all this, please stay tuned. Before we get started, I would like to let you know that this video is not sponsored. 3 years ago, when I was in the process of making a decision about Rotimatic, such information would have really helped me. And I really hope that this information helps you to make a decision about whether or not to invest in Rotimatic. As many of you may already know, Rotimatic is a fully automatic roti machine that takes care of the entire roti making process from start to end. That means it kneads the dough, shapes the dough into a ball and then rolls it into a roti. Wait, it doesn't stop there. It even roasts the roti for you and fluffs it up before popping it out. All you need to do is switch on the machine, fill the flour, water and oil containers and press the start button. Now let's have a look at the Rotimatic together. As you can see, there are 3 containers here. This is the flour container, this is the water container, and this is the oil container. And obviously you have to fill them up before starting the Rotimatic. Even if you forget, Rotimatic is intelligent enough to throw an error saying your flour is running low, please refill it. And here is let me move it a bit around. Here is where the kneading takes place, and these are the removable parts that go into the kneading process, and these are basically the parts that we need to wash on a regular basis, so I mean after every use. Let's have a look at the buttons for a while. Yeah. This is the power button, obviously. Let me try to turn it on. Yeah, it can get a bit loud. So yeah, we'll talk about what is not so good about Rotimatic later in this video. It is at the moment starting up. Okay, so as you can see right now, I already have the setting of making rotis. Here's the menu. Here is where you can decide the thickness of the roti, so you can make it as thick as you want just with just one click. You can change the roast level with this click as well. And here is oil. So yes, this is the oil container and you can decide if you want less oil or more oil. Yeah, these are the buttons where you can increase the number of rotis. Right now you see I've said 8 rotis. You can increase the number or decrease the number. So, and this is the play button. When you are ready to start rotis, you can just press play. And now let's go into the menu and have a look what the menu does. So menu here you see this is the recipe or flour. Let's say okay. And you can see what all are the possibilities of the Rotimatic. Isn't that amazing? You can make rotis, you can make puri. Well, I've tried puri. And of course, a fried puri would not come out of Rotimatic, but what would come out is a puri disc, so to say, which you can then fry in oil separately. But I tell you guys, the puri discs are absolutely amazing, and the puri made from Rotimatic, it is my favorite. My kids love it. Then there is the option to make a pizza. This is also very good because you can make whole wheat flour pizza. The only issue with this, I personally find, is that the pizza base is too small. If you look at the size of this tray, it's quite small, so the rotis are smaller in size compared to the average handmade rotis, and the pizza size is also small. It is also possible to make a bajra roti from Rotimatic. Isn't that great? Well, I'm yet to try it, but as I've heard from my friends and those who use Rotimatic, is that the bajra rotis that come out of this machine are also perfect. And jawar. Yeah, so talk about healthy eating, and Rotimatic makes it possible. And then talking about cleaning Rotimatic. So there are two modes of cleaning Rotimatic. The general cleaning and the advanced cleaning. So the general cleaning is, I would say, what you do after every use is only wash the 3 parts that I showed you already, and they go very easily in the dishwasher without any problems, so it's very easy. Of course, I like to scrape the dough a bit off before putting in the dishwasher, but that's really very simple to do. And then once in a while I clean these containers. You can say which part do you want to clean. You want to clean under the vertical tray. Oops, it says the side door is open, so it's an intelligent machine. It doesn't let you make mistakes. So the vertical tray already pushed up, and you can clean from under and then push it back. Then there is the sweeper, which is when you press the sweeper, you see this part moved, and this can come out and you can clean it. But again, this is something that you don't do too often. You can do it once in a week, depending on how often you make rotis. And the kicker, which is this part that pushes the roti out, and this can also, you can take this out and clean it. There is also an advanced cleaning function where you can clean, see, this is the water container, and there is a pipe under this water container, but that takes the water down for the kneading process, and that pipe needs some cleaning from time to time. And there are, well, Rotimatic also sells a cleaning solution, which you can use to clean the pipes, or vinegar, and well, there are lots of different ways to clean that pipe. So that is what the advanced cleaning is about. Besides this, the containers need to be cleaned from time to time, especially the water container. What I would recommend is to empty the water container after every use and wash it often. The door needs to be cleaned from time to time, and so do the hot pans where the roti gets roasted. But Rotimatic does supply very good brushes, which make it easy to clean all the nooks and corners of the machine. Now, let's go to the next one, which is Wi-Fi configuration. Yes, this machine connects to the Wi-Fi. Okay, and when you buy a Rotimatic machine for the first time and start it, you will be prompted to connect to the Wi-Fi, and that really enables the machine to install upgrades. So the manufacturers come up with upgrades from time to time. So when, for example, when I had bought Rotimatic, I don't think there was a possibility to make millet rotis, but now it is. So bajra and jawar, and that was part of an upgrade. So that's pretty amazing too. And of course, if there is some problem in your Rotimatic and you want the customer service to troubleshoot it, then too they would connect to your machine via remotely somehow, and your machine has to be connected via Wi-Fi. And there is an app that you install on your smartphone, and yeah, that app has a lot of features too, like you get access to all the cleaning videos, you get access to all the recipes from Rotimatic. By default, Rotimatic comes with a base warranty of 1 year, and you can buy an additional warranty of up to 3 more years. Given that it is an expensive machine, it definitely makes sense to buy the extended warranty as much as possible. This gives one quite a lot of relief that if something breaks down, then it's taken care of. Now let's make rotis together. When you switch on the machine, it checks if all the parts are inserted correctly. And if some part is missing, then the machine prompts you to insert the missing parts. Then there is a warm-up time of about 7 minutes. After these 7 minutes, the first roti starts getting made. And a fresh roti comes out of Rotimatic every 1.5 minutes. Well, during the roti making process, if the flour or water starts running low, then the machine prompts you to refill the containers. Now let's talk about the difference between Rotimatic rotis and handmade rotis. It is very hard to say which ones are better. Rotimatic rotis are pretty good, and they are made literally without any effort on your end. And you can always adjust the thickness and the roast level as per your needs. So overall, I have been very happy with the Rotimatic rotis. I must let you know that one of the differences between handmade and the Rotimatic rotis is that the Rotimatic rotis do not tend to stay as fresh for long periods of time as do the handmade rotis. So if you plan to store them for several hours before consumption, they might turn a bit dry and chewy. So my advice would be to wrap them up neatly in an airtight container in order to keep them fresh for longer. Now let's talk about what Rotimatic does well and what are some of its limitations. So Rotimatic makes fresh rotis without any effort and is therefore a big time saver. It is very easy to clean as discussed already. It is possible to make pizza base, puri disc and millet rotis, and the customer service is quite good. It comes with an extendable warranty, therefore giving you the comfort that if your machine breaks down, it would be taken care of. It connects to the Wi-Fi, thus making upgrades and troubleshooting easier. And there is a Rotimatic app, which we discussed about, and also a Rotimatic owners Facebook group, which is controlled by Rotimatic itself. And this is a pretty helpful support group with other Rotimatic owners where you can discuss tips and tricks and your issues and get solutions to them. Now let's talk about the limitations. So the Rotimatic is quite loud and it might take some time in the beginning to get used to its sound, but it's not that bad in the end. Secondly, it is quite expensive. It costs about 1400 euros at the moment, but the investment pays off pretty soon, and we will talk about this later in the video. It is quite a big machine, therefore takes up quite a bit of shelf space. But I mean, considering the amount of work that this machine has to do, it is but natural that it needs some space. Well, the first roti that is made by Rotimatic is normally not perfect, but there are some tips and tricks around to solve this problem by using warm water in the water container rather than normal water. The removable parts are not covered in the warranty, and therefore you might need to spend some money to replace them from time to time. But it's not so bad according to me. I've only had to spend about 20 to 25 euros in the last 3 years to replace the dough cup ones. But if you take care of cleaning them properly and not mishandling them, they would last longer. Lastly, Rotimatic recommends using only very specific flour brands in order to make rotis, such as Ashirvad and a couple of others. Well, I have used some other flour mixes and it has worked fine. Rotimatic is an intelligent machine and it takes a couple of trials until it gets it right. It has worked out fine for me, but the manufacturers do not recommend this. Let's talk a little bit more about the customer service. So the customer service of Rotimatic is pretty good in my opinion. I have gotten in touch with them on several occasions for small issues, and they were always very, very responsive. It is very easy to contact them simply via chat, and they get back within one working day, sometimes even instantly. So I have been very, very satisfied with the customer service. Now, you could have come across a lot of negative reviews about Rotimatic on the internet. And I could say that it is a machine, so it is very unfortunate that some people had issues with it. Well, I'm not trying to sell you the machine here, but I'm just trying to share my experience that whenever my roti machine throwed errors or made mistakes in making the roti, it was simply because of my own mistakes. For example, I hadn't performed the cleaning properly, or I inserted the wet parts before drying them completely, and that's when the machine cannot do its job well. So that could be one of the reasons why some people face issues. Now let's discuss if Rotimatic really is worth the investment. I would say it definitely is. First of all, it saves you a lot of time every single day. Especially as a parent of 2 little kids, time is always a luxury, and Rotimatic really saves me a lot of time and effort every single day. Secondly, Rotimatic saves you all the money that you would otherwise spend on ordering food from outside. After a long working day, sometimes you don't have the time or the energy to come back and start making rotis. Well, if you have Rotimatic to do all that work for you, it doesn't take much time to make the vegetables or the lentils to go with the rotis. So it definitely saves you the money on all those orders and helps you also eat healthier and at home. What I love about my Rotimatic the most is that it makes it possible for my family to eat together at the table. Somehow traditionally the Indian meals have been designed in such a way that one person of the household, which is usually the woman, is busy in the kitchen making fresh rotis while the other members sit at the table and eat the freshly prepared rotis. Well, now Rotimatic allows you all to eat together at the table while it does the job of making freshly prepared rotis for you. Is Rotimatic the right choice for you given your lifestyle and needs? If you are an avid roti eater and do not have the time to make rotis or consider it a big effort, then definitely it is the right choice for you. But if you're based in India, it may probably be easier for you to get a house help to help you with this chore. I know that we Indians take pride in homemade food, but given how our lifestyles have evolved and are getting busier by the day, it is definitely worth taking this opportunity to make our lives easier and save some time to maybe spend more time with your kids. So my overall recommendation would be, yes, if it fits your lifestyle, if it fits your budget, then definitely go for it. I have used it for the last 3 years as already discussed, and I have hardly had any issues in the past, and whatever little issues I've had have been very easily solved by the customer service in just a chat or in a call. So yeah, definitely go for it. If you found this video helpful, a thumbs up would be a great way to show your appreciation. If you have more questions about Rotimatic, please comment below and I will surely get back to you. And if you would like to see more content from me on healthier lifestyle and self-development, then I would love for you to subscribe to my channel. Thanks a lot. See you next time. Bye-bye.